Hello there, and welcome aboard another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. Our enemy Italy has driven themselves to the brink of defeat, first of all, by initiating a major invasion that we were able to defend against, and second of all, by driving their carriers directly into our own surrounding forces. I would never have expected that out of them. I thought this was going to be a relatively even fight, slightly in our favor, but since they decided to charge in, we have taken out 1, 2, 3 carriers in addition to their battleship. So either way, this is a significant victory over them, and hopefully hopefully this will turn things around in the Mediterranean. All right, unidentified ship division 10,000 units. I think that's the carrier, but in night fights like this, you can never tell, so we're just going to have to get in close and hope. Alright, we're getting warnings because I had to load saved game. It's been a little bit. Okay, let's see. Do we have shots on this? Uria class, don't particularly care. I'd rather go after this thing. Okay, well I guess we're going to have to wait a bit. Okay, let's try this one more time. Not that, this one. Here we go. Torpedoes away. And that'll probably be about it. How's the Hercules doing? Oh, looks like the fire's out. Yeah, there we go. Fire reduced by damage control. Fantastic. So hopefully that's it. Hopefully they get that thing properly extinguished. How's the Inconsiderable doing? Oh my god, she actually got everything under control. Fantastic. I think this is going to be a glorious triumph. Uria class hit, good. We got more torpedoes closing in on that. Okay. Let's turn our destroyers down south. At this point, I think we can call this battle is decided. We're going to keep on pursuing just in case we can bag that fourth carrier. But at this point, I am no longer concerned. We're going to hold fire for a little bit. Just save that ammunition. How's this guy doing? Yeah, save that ammunition. And there's stuff over here. But what it is, I cannot tell. Well, keep firing, guys. And Argonaut reports an unknown. What the? Are those friendlies? Well, they're acting like patrol ships. Alright, we're gonna go investigate. Yeah, 20 knots due to the damage, but we are heading this direction. Find out what those are. I suspect that those are friendlies on coastal patrols, but you never know. Yep, that's not what I wanted. Okay, carriers drop down to cruising speed. And in fact, we can start turning them back home as well. Looks like almost everyone has orders to go back home. What is the Louis doing? Oh, she detached and went off on her own. Well, not too terribly bad. Point her back this way and we can call that good. Did they turn back north? I think they very well may have. Cruise division to port? Yes to all. If I send you back that way, I don't even want to bother with it. You're going back into port. Why did you guys launch torpedoes like that? Well, there's something out here. Though what it is, I can't tell. Hercules avoiding Uh-oh. Why are you still at one flooding? Okay, well, fire is officially extinguished. So that's good. Oh, that is not good. Do you at least have radar? Yeah. Radar is up and running. How's our ammunition? Still got plenty of secondary ammunition. Get 'em. Whatever that is, I want you to sick 'em. Okay, looks like we're getting that under control. Ish. No, not quite time yet. Okay, now's the time. Launch torpedoes at that. Whatever it is. How's Millbrook doing? Looking good. Although I do think it is worth sending the Millbrook over this way to cover the battleship. Well, that's acting like a big ship. You guys got torpedoes? Yeah, you do. Alright, let's get them. Torpedoes free. And launch. Is that the one? Yeah, alright. Okay, first volley out. There's another volley going. Oh, come on. Whatever it is, it's firing medium guns, which suggests that that is a significant vessel. Well, we hit something. Yep, got it. Garland, do you have a shot? Theoretically. It's not a good shot, though. Okay, we're going to hold off on that for a little bit. Mons, do you have torpedoes? No, Mons doesn't have torpedoes. Lysander does, though. So we're going to have to get just a little bit closer. Okay, Garland already launched. Why did Milne detach? Oh, engine damage, okay. Yep, that makes sense. Yep, running low on ammo, that's fine. Whatever that thing is, it's burning now. That's acting like a destroyer. Okay, there's definitely a significant force over here. Millbrook is really in the thick of it now. Already launched torpedoes. Those terrible shots there, but hopefully she's able to get out. Let's see. Garland taking hits. Oh, hey, we got it. Identified. That is a carrier. All ships close. I do not want that getting away. That would certainly explain why the battlecruiser was targeting it earlier. Okay, that was it. Mings, do you have torpedoes left? Yes, you do. All right. Get them. Get them good. And, oh, there's one hit. And ultimately, that's all we can ask for. That's why you stack them up like that. Okay, how's Hercules doing? Well, radar's reporting nothing in the area. Then again, who knows how much damage she's taken, so it may or may not be actually functional. Okay, just gonna turn all the ships around right now, at least in this unit, because I want them formed up to provide proper cover. And if the end result is that we're able to crush that carrier, then all the better. Ming's already launched. Does anyone else have anything? Let's see how well they respond to a few 16-inch guns. Looks like they're responding quite fine. There we go, all stopped. Milne, do you have any torpedoes? Nope. All out. That is acting like a big ship. Let's see, do any of you have torpedoes left? Well, Ambuscade does. Out of arc. Ah, there we go. Il Rondon. There's a torpedo, there's some fires, and hopefully the other one, the Ambuscade. Oh wow, it actually got me a friendly ship in line of fire. I thought they had that fixed. Well, actually they did fix it, but I guess it does still detect friendly ships in own division. Okay. Well, that is fantastic news. Because that is the last of their major capital ships. Let's see, anything going on here? Looks like Millbrook is continuing to fight destroyers. That is fine. Just keep on rolling. We'll have this fight over and done with soon enough. Let's see, watch what these guys do. That's moving slowly. How about these? That's also moving slowly. Alright, you guys go that way. How are you guys doing? Doing good. Okay, reform. And I think it's time to start trying to break through. We need to get past this glob of destroyers and other stuff so we can get our remaining major fleet elements safe. I want to head home now. But I'm not sending the battlecruiser home until I've got something more effective between us and them. Come on. There we go. That's right. Chase him off. Okay, I think we've gone far enough. We're just going to set it on running continuously now. Oh, come on. Well, whatever that is, it's not moving anymore. Lysander, yeah, we'll detach. And then we got ambuscade sighting stuff. Yep, that's fine. Whatever it is, it's sinking already. I'm not too worried about it. How about you? There we go. We've got repairs. We can go up to speed. And that means we can just start heading home. Ooh, carriers, watch where you're going. I'll pick up the speed a little bit more. Are you guys almost safe? Almost. Well, whatever those things are, we're not shooting at them, so I'm pretty sure that those are indeed coastal patrols. Hopefully friendly ones. Yep, go ahead and enter. Hang on, there we go. I want you to go in port as well. Yep, this way. Garland sinking. What happened to her? Uncontrolled flooding. Okay. Well, darn. There goes another destroyer. Let's turn you back around. Nope, no search planes. Is it? Oh, wow, we fought all through the night. Well, sun's rising and our land-based air is heading out. Do I want to pick up survivors? You know what? Sure, why not? We'll just pick up all the survivors. As long as they're not doing something silly like detaching a battleship to pick up survivors, we should be okay. And now we just wait for everyone to head home. Aircraft approaching Battle Division 25. Okay, I guess they have dive bombers. From what? Well, that's not good. Oof. How bad is it? Oh, it was a 1,000-pound bomb hit. Oh my. Yeah, Hercules is not designed to repel that kind of hit. Come on. Let's get you back home. We're almost there. Yes. Enter port. And there we go. We are safe. Oh, enemy aircraft approaching inconsiderable. Well, that's a mistake. Hold on, hold on. Inconsiderable. Yeah, you're the one with torpedo hits. Okay. Squad max. Let's keep these destroyers around for at least a little bit longer. Provide that cover. Almost done. Come on. There we go. Do I have anyone else at sea? No? Okay, keep going. Well, I do still have stuff out and about, but I don't care. Does not matter. As soon as the Milne is back, that should be the end of the fight. Come on. Oh my. So much recon and scouting. There we go, finally. Scenario over. Alright, how bad is it? Oh, submarine damages an enemy destroyer. Good shooting. Alright, so here we go. Heavy damage on our capital ships, but our carriers got away scot-free. We lost 3 destroyers. And wow, that's a lot of ships they had at sea. Alright, we took out their battleship. We took out 5 of their carriers, 5 of their heavy cruisers, 8 destroyers, and all but 1 of their auxiliaries. Alright, so invasion is officially averted. And let's take a look at these total numbers. Okay, so that was some pretty hefty losses all up. Over 100 planes lost total, of which, well, the majority were flying boats. Most of which were taken out in air-to-air combats. Okay, that was probably long-distance stuff, too, from ports that I don't particularly care about. It's one of the downsides to having actions in the Med, is all the land-based aircraft. Even the North Sea's better. Alright, but they had, oh man, so many fighters. Okay, that explains why they were using so many. So we took out a lot of them on ground or ship. So that was the damage that we did to their carriers. Alright, we also have 8 torpedo bombers taken out on ground ship. But that is weird. I would have expected much more torpedo bomber and dive bomber losses on ground ship when we attacked and sank those things. Why was it fighters? Huh. That is very, very weird. Okay. Very, very heavy fighter emphasis. But it didn't really help them. Their cap never really posed that big of a threat to us. And then they had a lot of operational losses, so landing accidents and the like, for a lot of this stuff. 78 land operational losses for fighters. Oh my god. Well, I guess that's what happens when you operate so many aircraft in any particular scenario. Over 400 total losses on their fighters. Wow, my mind is blown. That is insane. Also, I'm very confused. How did we have 108 air-to-air losses, but only 101 total losses? I wonder if that's the difference between damaged aircraft that made it back and got repaired and sent out again versus aircraft that got straight up shot down. I don't know. That's interesting, but not something I'm going to worry about too much. Alright, let's take a look at the ship details. What was that ship that survived? Okay, first of all, we do have the Giulio Cesare, which was a very nice battleship. I was very impressed by how that thing handled. That had me on the ropes for a very long time. And it wasn't until our last airstrikes that it really started turning in our favor. Okay, so we did get some early hits, but we weren't able to penetrate their engine room. Well, makes sense. 13-inch belt. Probably angled at that distance. Okay, splinters in the uptakes. Wow, that's a 30-knot dreadnought. Again, this is such a nice ship. I am very impressed by it. I am definitely going to have to build capital ships of my own again when this war is over. Alright, plenty of 16-inch hits that didn't penetrate. Okay. So we were scoring hits, we just weren't doing enough damage. Failed to penetrate 6-inch deck. Oh man. Okay, so we did get some good flooding in there. Wow, a single torpedo did that? Well, hang on. Hull hit deck. Failed to penetrate. Hull hit turret top. Okay, so that was the Blenheims. Those were, I think, the dive bombers? Yeah. And we were disabling their turrets, but we were not penetrating deck. So, 1,000-pound SAP bombs, not good enough against that level of deck. Well, it is a very crazy level of deck there, so yeah, I can understand that. And what we've seen with our heavy cruisers is that a dive bomb hit is very bad news if it actually goes through. Okay, lots of hits on our battle cruisers. Alright, so they did have every reason to be confident about their invasions. Because they had the forces to take us on. And this thing was hands down superior to every capital ship that I had in the area. Alright, then we've got the Puffino. Yep, she got shot up pretty good. The Iron also got torpedoed pretty good. Il Rondon just got shot up by light shells mostly, and a little bit of torpedoes. Uria, again, medium and light shells. Oh wow, heavy cruiser Bolzano. Really unfortunate there. Yeah. Nice ship. Oh, 4 torpedoes? Okay, yeah, that's bad. Let's see, how did the Pola do? 1.5-inch deck. What kind of bomb damage do we do? Oh, yeah, 1,000-pound bomb in the engine room. So that explains why she was not doing too well. Oh, electric power disabled, followed by engine room hit. Engines disabled. Oh, that is interesting. Torpedo critical hit, propeller shaft damaged. I wonder what specifically they mean by that, because it happened twice. I am seeing a lot of flooding here. Alright. And then a whole bunch more shell hits that I don't particularly care about. Alright. Yeah, so those torpedo hits, specifically those torpedo critical hits with damaged propeller shaft, that is fascinating because that actually happened in real life to a British battleship, the Prince of Wales. They hit the shaft and bent the prop shaft while it was still spinning, and that absolutely shredded the bearings and shaft seals for that particular shaft. And that single hit, because they were unable to stop the flooding from it, was the cause of the ship's loss. Now, granted, they during that particular attack, it also got hit a number of other times, but those did not cause uncontrollable flooding. Whereas the propeller shaft hit, that caused uncontrollable flooding and rendered the ship uncontrollable, and so she was lost. Because it tore open bulkheads and shaft seals across a significant length of the ship, to the point where it was just completely unmanageable. They had water going through all the way up to the main engine rooms, which they've got protection to try and prevent that at multiple bulkheads along the way. Battleships are not designed to fail from a single hit to the torpedo tubes, but in this case, yeah, tore it right off. Alright, let's see what other stuff we have in here. Anything else interesting? Astore. Let's see. Inconsiderable. I think we already saw most of the results from this one. Air attacks. It was mostly the torpedoes that gave us trouble. The guns themselves weren't too bad. Okay, so here we've got a medium SAM shoots down one aircraft, and then same minute, missile launcher reloaded. Up here we've got another reload. Reloaded, reloaded, reloaded. I wish it would tell us when it launched the things. Because there's obviously something going on here that is worth taking a look at. Alright. So there obviously is a delay between when you launch and when it's able to fire again. So it's not the quick firing dual purpose guns that we get from 5-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch guns. It takes a little bit of time to reload between shots. So you still have to have a large number of SAMs available. Alright, so here's the Martin. Let's see how she did. Well, she definitely took a fair bit of damage. 55 aircraft, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. Hull damaged by splinters, aircraft destroyed, good. Turret destroyed, splinters in the uptakes. Conning tower hit, here we go. Fire started, yep, there we go. Hull hit, belt penetrated, yep. Right through that, that's why I don't bother with armor belts except for splinter protection, because they just don't do that much. Alright, limits flooding, main battery scores hits, fire extinguished. Splinters in the uptakes again. Okay, so they got the fire out. More splinters in the uptakes. There we go. Fire extinguished. What fire? Oh, it's already out. Further up. Oh, okay. Then we got another fire started. Fire spreads, reduced, brought in control, extinguished. Double fire extinguished. Wow, just to make sure, huh? And a third fire extinguished. And that was it. Okay, so these guys were doing actually really, really well as far as firefighting goes. They handled it quite nicely. Alright, and then we've got the Italian cruiser Umbria. Okay, so that was the Trento class that we were facing off against, I believe. Near the end there. Hercules. We get down here to the end. Yeah, she was firing on the Hercules. And Hercules was not firing back on her, which I'm annoyed about. But oh well. And then the Alberico de Barbiano. Gusano class. That's probably the one that we were facing. No, that can't be it, because we hit that one with 16-inch. This is actually a much more effective design for a light cruiser than I expected. Just the sheer number of guns. And it's just throwing a very heavy volley, which does a lot of damage to destroyers, just through the sheer probabilities. If you sling enough poop at the wall, eventually some of it will stick, and that's exactly what they're doing. Oops, excuse me. And here's the Emilia Romagna. This is a very nice heavy cruiser. I am impressed by this. I think it could have been a little bit bigger and a little bit better armored, but overall, this is a very solid design. And it got away. Actually, let's see. How did that bomb hit do? That's what I'm very curious about. Oh, dud bomb hit. Oh, man. That could have done quite a bit more damage if it had actually gone off. Okay, destroyers sunk, yep. Let's see, who all did take bomb hits? Alright, so here we go. This Bolzano class. How did it do against those bombs? Okay, so 1.5-inch deck, and we go through that like butter. Yep, that's the one that we already looked at. No bomb hits. Okay, so these two both faced off against bomb hits. Let's see, what do we got here? Bomb hit, come on, where is it? That was right there at the very end, wasn't it? I do believe, yeah, here we go. Yep, that hit deck extended. I don't remember if this actually has deck extended armor or not. Either way, yeah, that did a fair bit of damage there, but we got back into port. Imponderable also faced off against a bomb. Let's see how she did. Ah, 130 pound from a fighter. Okay. Yeah, nope, that didn't do too well. Okay, anything else here? Nothing that I can see. We got a destroyer that took bomb hits, but we know those aren't going to resist anything. Same thing with transports. Alright, sounds good. Let's take a quick look at the air details as well, see what they were doing with their air assignments. Naval air stations, air bases. That's fine, here we go. Airbase Olbia. Wow. Medium bomber got a hit. Against what? I have no idea. But I don't particularly care about the air bases. Let's see about the carriers. Alright. Wow. Those fighters racking up them kills. That is some impressive collections. 15, 14, 14. Yeah, we just cut them up with those fighters. Alright. Here we go. So this carrier, the Aquila, had nothing but fighters. The carrier Veneto, fighters, fighters, torpedo bombers, dive bombers. And more fighters. So it looks like they had a very, very heavy proportion of fighters. That is interesting. I wonder why they would do that, because it cut down their striking power significantly. And I'm seeing some on here. We got torpedo bombers and such. But that is a very light strike forces. Very, very heavy escorts. I wonder why they're doing that. Is that something based on the time in the game or what? There you go. The Rondon, all fighters. The Astore, all fighters. Uria, all fighters. Pafino had one group of torpedo bombers and all the rest was fighters. That is really weird. Why would they not have more strike craft? Because those fighters just don't carry the offensive power to be a threat. And they didn't have the cap levels either to really provide good cover. Because my strikes were still mostly getting through and doing damage. I did have some air-to-air losses, but nowhere near as much as I would have expected from that level of fighter assignment. And look at this. We did have 108 air-to-air losses, but that is really light compared to what I would have expected. Huh. Alright. Well, let's see. What all did they still have left? Okay, so they did have similar stuff to me. They had their invasion force, they had their scouting force, and they had their carrier force. That makes sense. Okay, well, let's call this to a close here. It's been a good fight. And let's see. Major victory, gain 2 prestige. Enemy invasion has been averted. Fantastic. We will call that, because this actually had some proper air-to-air and airstrikes. I don't know, should I call this the invasion battle or the carrier battle? We'll call that invasion. Oh, blockade is causing problems in France. That's good. How are they... Looks like France is having trouble. That's fantastic news. Oh, wow. 25 aircraft shot down. That's pretty good. Ooh. Our submarine has damaged a French battleship. Do they even have a battleship? Oh, there we go. Taking care of those raiders. Fantastic. Okay, German raiders are having troubles. And what on earth is going on? Our rate of sinking submarines has gone down significantly. That's not good. Because they are getting a lot of points from that trade warfare. Our blockades are still holding. But that was only 4 submarines sunk due to our escorts. That is not good enough. Not to mention their raiders. Okay, well, let's just Second, recenter that. Okay. All right, well, let's see what's going on. So, first things first. I have a whole bunch of corvettes just finished up. So we'll throw those on trade protection. All right, that's definitely adding up. I wish it would tell me if I needed trade protection in other areas, because most of these are concentrated in Northern Europe. Is that my mistake? Am I not putting enough trade protection in other areas? And I think it also doesn't help that their experience levels are rather poor. But they should be getting that up soon. Alright, let's see. How are things in the Mediterranean? I do expect a lot of ships under repairs. Okay, Indian Ocean is looking okay. Mediterranean, yeah, a lot of ships under repair here. So I guess that's okay that they're dominating for a little bit while you repair. A lot of our destroyers need fixing. A number of our capital ships probably need fixing too. Yeah, Hercules, both I-boats, all the cruisers. Yeah, once those start coming back off the repair yards, we should turn around that dominating the seas thing now. So that's good. Alright, resort. So I don't think I really need to shift anything around too much. We still have our invasion of Tonkin planned. I do hope that goes off properly and soon. So we don't have to worry about French territories in Southeast Asia anymore. And then once we've got that invasion done, I think that would make a very nice little war operations because it's a very small value. And then we can start making inroads on the Mediterranean. Let's see, how's our almanac doing? Well, France does have a battleship. It's probably not a good battleship, but it is a battleship. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, Magenta. Not a great battleship, but a battleship nonetheless. Very much comparable to our, whatchamacallit, the one that we just had in the battle. The Hercules. Quite comparable. Okay, so they've got a battleship. They still have a lot of carriers. Italy's carrier fleet has been much reduced, so that's good. Wow, Italy is spending even more money than France is. I guess France is not taking this war seriously at all. And they did just lay down a bunch more submarines. Okay. So that is going to be a significant threat moving into the future. We're going to have to keep on producing ASW stuff. Okay. But again, I don't see a whole lot that needs to be changed. Germany still has battle cruisers. There's not a whole lot I can do about that unless they accept battle with me. Germany and France still have a number of carriers, but we've got the blockade on them, so I'll call that good. That is, in fact, very good. All right, so we need to order more ASW ships. So, more Mizars. I'll just straight up, another 20 every month until we get this submarine situation turned around. Okay, and then we have 2 more turns until these missile test boats are done. I really can't wait to find out what those are so I can actually start putting stuff into useful production. I'm also very curious how these Legolesses will work out. Because we have been taking destroyer losses. It is cutting down our forces available. Alright. Aircraft review. We still have our fighter request in progress 6 months out. Okay. Yep, not a whole lot else that we can do here. Let's just move right along. Next turn. Convoy attack against France. Oh. It actually spawned. That's unexpected. Let's see, and it is sunset, which means this is going to be a radar fight, for which we have the radar. See, how's our crew quality? Not bad. Okay, well, let's get into it then. Actually, looking at the time, we don't have time for this fight, so we'll have to do it next time. That's my bad. So we'll see how this convoy fight goes in the next episode. Until then, this is Katori87, signing off.